Well, good early afternoon. It's about 12:30. I got a 12:45 appointment for Big Blue. For all those who don't know who Big Blue is, that would be my Ford Fusion Energi. So I'll probably get no views on this, but I'm going to still let you guys know what's going on. I'm at 9,601 miles, and she's just about due for her 10,000 mile checkup. Originally set at Row Ford in Auburn, and they called me when I set the appointments. It's a $10,000 checkup, and one of the things they said that they recommend on the 10,000 mile checkup, they didn't know what kind of checkup I wanted. I said whatever's done at 10,000 miles on the car. I mean, it's a leased car, and she said, well, one of the things we do recommend is that they add a fuel additive, which they want to charge $79.99 for. And I kind of wondered, what do I need a fuel additive? I mean, the car only has like 9,600 miles. He said, well, it won't change your warranty one way or another whether you get it or not. And I said, well, it's a leased car, 3,600 miles. I mean, I kind of opted out of the fuel additive. What the heck am I going to do with fuel additive? The car needs tire rotation, needs its oil change, and all its fluids checked and so forth. So they moved me over to their quick lane setup. Now, what the difference is in quick lane, I don't know. I've dealt with quick lane before. They basically do things like tires and oil and all that. So I figured they're going to do the easy stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I don't want to do the fuel additive, I'm not good enough for the good enough to get the real serviceman. I get the less expensive service people. Not to say anything bad about it, but I mean, I don't think you need a master tech to change oil and tire rotation. But I found that kind of interesting. You know, if I get the fuel additive, I go to the regular Ford people. If I don't, I go to the quick lane Ford people. I figure they're all Ford people, so who cares? Car's been driving very nicely. It's been a very good car overall. I've grown very fond of it. I don't love it as much as I like my Honda Insight. The Honda Insight's my baby. But Ford Fusion has actually turned out to be a very good car overall and pretty reliable. The only problem I could think of that I've actually had with this car was blowing a tire. And that was all due to the Ford Fusion Energi tire popper that they conveniently put at the main mall. Right there in the end parking area. So right where I like to park, so I can avoid door dings on one side of the car. And they put it right there, perfectly set, just so I can smack my tire into it and blow it up. $200+ lesson for me. I have found the Ford, though, to be very reliable. I mean, come on, at 9,600 miles, any car that isn't reliable in that period of time is probably a lemon to begin with. But the car has done very well. I think it's very comfortable to drive and so forth. And I'm going to do a 10,000 mile review. Now, this camera seems to be shaking like a mofo, so I don't know how good this video is going to turn out. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm just going to drive in. We're going to do our oil change and checkup and whatever the heck else they like to look at when they do their thing with this car. And then I'll let you know from then on, you know, how it went. And then I might drive around and do another review, this time with the pluses and minuses of the car. I already did a full-blown review, which was like 5 episodes long. Probably drove all of you completely out of your minds, for any of you that actually watched it. But after almost 10,000 miles and driving it constantly back and forth to work and so forth, I can give you a real good idea of what this car is really about. Okay, yeah, you can back out of my way anytime now, dude. Thank you. And I can give you a good idea of what's good and what isn't so good on this car, and, you know, pluses and minuses. I've had a good amount of time to figure it out. Overall, the review is going to be good, I can tell you that much, but there are some things that you guys do need to know about this car that are kind of, well, not so good. But we're pulling into the Ford area, and I'm going to get you guys, I'm going to let you guys know exactly what's going on with the checkup. This is the quick lane, guys, and I'll let you know how that goes. So we're here, Ford, getting ready to get our 10,000 mile checkup. This is our quick lane facility at Ford. As I said, Ruby hasn't had any real serious problems, although now it reminds me of the one thing. I did lose a little rubber stopper underneath the hood that I'm going to have them put on. I cannot pop that thing on for the life of me. So I will let you know how it goes, let you know what they tell me. I assume all it needs is a tire rotation and an oil change. She's definitely due for an oil change. I was going to do it at 5,000 miles. It's a leased car. And the car hasn't complained or had any troubles. And, you know, I figure just follow what Ford tells me to do. So I'll let you know how it goes afterwards. Verdier out. Well, guys, Big Blue got a clean bill of health. I'm not really surprised. Tire service was about $60, a little on the pricey side, but that's because they put full synthetic into the car. I guess I'm not surprised. And if they had given me a choice of semi-synthetic and regular oil, I would have said synthetic. It's a plug-in hybrid, and it really should have synthetic oil into it. Of course, all the tires are fine, the brakes are fine, everything's fine. They even put windshield washer fluid in it. I'm not surprised here in Maine. With the winter, I probably ate up most of it and just had enough to last me for a little while afterwards. Nothing really to complain about. The service is always good. I mean, I never had bad service, except for the fact that I'm half asleep. So, you know, they asked me, you know, how do I like the car? And I said, it's a good car. It's just, you don't sound too enthused. I didn't want to let her know I don't sound enthused because I'm half asleep. I'm going home and I'm gonna take a nap because I can barely keep my eyes open. I almost fell asleep in the waiting room waiting for it. The entire service took about an hour. She apologized for the wait, but I mean, I don't think I was waiting all that long. Looked like the car went in about 10 minutes after I got there, so the appointment was kept pretty much on time. And how long it takes to do an oil change and check all the things if they're doing it properly, I don't consider 45 minutes all that out of range. So overall, a good experience at Row Ford in Auburn. Never really had a bad experience with them. In fact, they went all out to try to fix my when I was talking about my lane departure woes, which turned out to be a feature of the freaking car. That's what it is. They keep changing these things on these cars, and they don't let the poor mechanics know. I mean, this was a chief mechanic, and he had to do some research before they explained why the lane departure system was doing things the way it was doing. So you never can tell what's going to happen. But the car gets a clean bill of health, drives like a dream, very comfortable overall. I mean, the seat could use some work. Then again, I'm freaking fat as hell, so you put a fat mammal into a seat. Although a lot of people have complained about this seat, and it looks so comfortable, it has so many settings. It seems so shocking that it would be as uncomfortable as it is, and then it's not uncomfortable in the point you sit in it and you say, "Oh my God, what is going on with the seat?" No, it's more like uncomfortable as in, "Oh my God, this seat should be more comfortable than it is with all the settings it has." Whatever. Can't win for losing. So, overall, happy with my service. Everything's done. Car's doing well. And that's going to be it for this stupid, boring, dumb video. Sorry it's not more entertaining, but, you know, dude, how entertaining can it be getting an oil change on a car? I mean, I don't know. I can make a funny face. Yeah, I know. That really worked well. I told you I'm half asleep. So basically I'm on vacation right now, so I'm chilling out. So you guys take care, and Verdier over and out with the Ford Fusion Energi.